Well, this is a change of pace. Good morning, everybody. Um, yeah. But good morning, everybody. I wanted to stream. I was gonna record a video, but I was like, oh, streaming's so much better because get live interactions. So, anyways, on the last night's broadcast, the opening topic was basically about the J7 Perks. And some people had some things to say about it, and so I was reading some of the comments right now, and I'm gonna go through them again. I think I have YouTube Studios. If I don't have it downloaded, I need to download it. That would probably help if I downloaded YouTube Studios. I guess I don't have Studios on this device, so let me go ahead and download it real quick. Sweet phone, the J7 Perks. Tell me why you think it's a sweet phone, just out of curiosity. Mara, what's up? I was about to read your comment and respond. I got Download Studios. But I was just reading it earlier to figure out how to do this. John, what's up? Good morning. Well, yeah, good morning. that'd be the proper statement. So it's 10:33 a.m. over here. So, anyways, let's go read some comments real quick. Once Studios is done installing, we'll do that. But yeah, you guys can openly tell me your thoughts of the perks, and then I will give you guys my thoughts here in a minute. Big J Aquatics video's up. I will go check that out after. And not just the Boost mobile version, but the version across Sprint, I believe Verizon's. Okay, I'm gonna go here and let's view more of the comments. Nice, sleek, and I've seen several reviews going in depth of specs. Okay, all right, I'll take that. That's cool. So I mean, the specs don't bother you then, right? Like how like some people it's gonna bother some people that already have the original. Well, not the original, but the last year's J17. But J7, 27, not 2017. Yes, you can.
I want my bottle.
Okay. Okay, so the specs on this is pretty much like the similar specs on the J7 Perks, but some things were downgraded. Like they said, the camera was 8 megapixel on the back instead of 13. Reminds me of the bigger, yeah. Yes. Huh? Yes, you can have cereal. Hold on, she wants to get a kiss. All right, close my door, okay?
Okay.
Go.
Are
go.
you already done?
Yes.
Bye,
I love you too. Crazy kids. Okay. So there was a lot to say on this. Mero 56187. I honestly would have liked to see them hold down the 5.3 inch screen. When it gets to a 5.5 or higher, navigating the screen is harder. Oh, so you're talking about the X Power too. We'll get into that in a little bit. The cameras was downgraded. I don't know. I didn't really actually look up the J7 Perks, but people are saying that it's 8 megapixels in the back. So I'm probably gonna go confirm that right now here in a minute. Dara McGee says, Tito, why the Samsung Galaxy J7 Perks only accepts micro SD memory cards up to 32 gigs. That fact is the reason why I will not be purchasing this device. I just do not understand how Samsung can go from 128 gigs to 32 gigs. He's gonna go check Sprint's website. Okay. KB2 Real though. Dragonic Warfare did a video showing the specs that said his device for Boost would have a quad-core processor. Whoa. So I guess check Dragonic Warfare's video if you have not. As he was reading some of the specs. The Popped Bubble says, I have the J7. I'm not excited for the perks. It seems an incremental improvement, not worth getting over the J7 even now. I agree with you about the Vault. Overall, my favorite smartphone I ever had. Really liked it during. Okay, so yeah, that just Yeah, there's just not some good. Well, let's search the specs. Don't mind me. I just woke up like maybe like 20 minutes ago. Got up, brushed my teeth, got ready. Not really ready. Okay. But I am planning to go do some stuff today before, to enjoy my second day off before I have to go back to work tomorrow and do my weekly thing. So, Samsung Galaxy J7 Perx. Yeah.
Did you eat? We'll make some fried sand in right now.
All right. So let's see. What would you guys say is a trusted source? GSMspecs.com, Phone Arena. Let's call it. I'll let you guys decide which site I pull up for the specs, and then I'll read them right now. So you guys gotta tell me. Phone Arena, GSM-specs.com, GSM Arena, I guess it's called. Phone Radar. You guys tell me. What do you guys feel is a trusted source?
I like to go to
Yeah. Go. She's not in here, that's why. So look for her. Hey. No. I told you what I'm doing. I don't want all this yelling, so out. Go. Phone Arena? I seen Phone Arena, so let me pull it up. Go. Nevea. Now. Nevea. I'm not going to tell you again. Now. If you don't listen, we're not going nowhere today. We're going to stay home. Go. He'll go with you. Just go. Kids, I did love to argue back. All right. So let's go with... See here. It says here camera is 13 megapixels. Some people are saying it's 8. All right. So here's the specs according to PhoneArena.com. And I don't know if there's maybe like different... maybe different variants of it. Close the ad. I don't want to see the ad. Alright, so of course it's running Nougat. 5.5 inch display, 1080 by 1920, 401 pixels per inch. It says here for cameras, you got 13 megapixels with autofocus, touch to focus, face detection, digital zoom, geotagging. What's up? Okay. It's got exposure compensation, ISO control, white balance presets, and a 5 megapixel front facing shooter. It's supposed to have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 625, which is an octa-core, 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of onboard storage, 3,000 milliamp hour battery. The GPU is the Adreno 506. Let me type in Boost Mobile. Let's find out what the specs are for Boost. Because I mean that's where the difference is gonna lie, right? Again with a 3,000 battery. 32 gigabytes. I guess 32 gigabytes for the expandable storage. It could take up to a 32 gig SD card. And I feel like the reason why they would do something like that would be for the fact that they're trying to keep it at a price point. I don't know. I really don't. I mean I'm pretty sure I'm wrong on that answer, but that's something I can come up with why they would downgrade things is to stay to a certain price point. I can't type this morning. At least 3,500. What did you? Yeah. Yes, that would be better. I agree. Let's see. There's Draconic Warfare's video. Paul pulls up. Let's see if I can find something on it. Try to see if we could just like isolate. Oh, someone stole Draconic Warfare's video and put it up on their thing. I don't want to play his video because I don't have rights to his videos. I'll just tell you guys to go to Draconic Warfare's video about it. But the phone sounds awful. Yeah. The 2016 around the world got 300. Well, see, here's the thing. The J7 is such a confusing series from Samsung because okay, what we got? What would be your selling points on this phone? Oh, I really couldn't. I really couldn't tell you. But okay, so yo, what's up? Okay, so we have here is the J7 for Boost Mobile, right? This is not the new one. This is not the Perks. Okay, yeah, this is a 2015. You're right. This is a 2015 model. But there's also a 2015 model that has like 1.5 gigabytes of RAM. There's another 2015 model that has like different specs. I mean, the specs across these ones are all different. And this, I mean, the one that came to Boost Mobile was by far like the better version of the 2015 J7, just because it it had a little bit more beefed up specs. But and so it seems like they're doing the same thing right now because the site calls for it calls for an octa-core processor, and people are saying we're not getting it. It says it has a 13 megapixel rear camera, and people are saying that for Boost Mobile, it's only 8. I think it's on Sprint too, and I think Sprint should have the exact same one. So let me that's what I didn't think about right now. Let me go to Sprint.com and find out what their device specs is holding. No. Here we go. Sprint Galaxy J7 Perks on SprintShop.com. Squeaky chair. So. Okay. Come on, let's load. Alright. Wow. 24 months installments with 0 down. And it's going to cost on Sprint if you buy it outright $264 if you buy it outright. Problem with budget phones is they add latest Android and don't upgrade specs. Okay. Alright, so this is the specs for the Sprint version. So I'm hoping Boost Mobile's is similar to it, but doubt it. This one says it has a 3,300 milliamp battery, 5.5 inch TFT capacitive HD display, 16 gigabytes of internal storage, 2 gigabytes of RAM. Android 7.0. Supposedly it has a 2.2 gigahertz octa-core processor. This is a Sprint version, so no removable battery. It says non-removable. Oh, it is removable. Yeah, you're right. It is removable. Duh. I thought it said non. I don't know. For me, it just feel weird. Like the way that I guess now like they're trying to get people, thinking that non-removable batteries are the norms and that removable is like a highlighted feature, which I totally get. A lot of devices are being built with the battery encased and not removable. But when I see parentheses, I think that they're saying non-removable. Because for me, normal smartphones and cell phones batteries were able to come out. So. This whole non-removable battery thing is new to me, I guess. But anyways, yeah. So I mean, again, just some conflicting specs, and they're doing the octa-core processor other than flagships nowadays. Yeah, but again, conflicting specs. I mean, a 2.2 gigahertz octa-core processor. You got a 5.5 inch TFT capacitive HD display, and it says the resolution is at 1280 by 7. Go. She's not in my room. Look for her. Okay, go. 1280 by 720 is what it's saying that, the resolutions are. And then on other sites, they're saying it's like full HD 1080 by 1920. So, I mean, there's just... I hate when... Why can't manufacturers just build one device, like, spec the same and put it on all carriers? Like, what's the compensation for AT&T to get this version and Boost to get this version? And it's not going to really matter. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all going to boil down to carrier signal connectivity. If one is crappy, you can give it the most powerful smartphone. It ain't going to do shit, but be crappy on, be good on a crappy network. So, Would make it easy? Yeah, it would. Definitely. Definitely. Did I run out of lemonade? No. My big work cup. Yeah. That's a huge cup for water. But yeah, I mean that's what irritates me about these companies. With the new OS was Google Assistant and my J7 got it eventually, so no need for the new OS really. Yeah, it's funny you said that. That's what a lot of people were gunning for was Google Assistant. So Google now turning into Google Assistant. That's what's got me thinking. That's why I wanted to do this rant. Budget phone shouldn't necessarily be a crap phone, but tell them that. Yeah, well, the way that I figure it is like this idea of let's no, listen to me, listen to me. Let me finish this, okay? So I want you to go and close the door. Thank you, sweetie. See, I lost my train of thought right now. What the hell is I gonna say? Oh, yeah, okay. This experiment with all the different manufacturers out there and this idea of rather than, upgrading the software on a hardware that's already currently out, that the idea is to just barely make a change as far as the specs of a device generation and give it the latest version of Android. And it's like, yeah, I mean, they're going to make their money. For those people that didn't own a J7, will probably go get the J7 Perx because, one, it didn't cost as much as the J7 that first came out on Boost Mobile. So it's going for $199. And, it's new to them. But, like, for those people that own the J7 from last year, they're going to see a lot of specs that bumped up. The most improved feature I would want is mobile data toggle coming from 2015. Yeah, it's wait, your 2015 one doesn't have the mobile data toggle? Like in well, let me turn this on. I just charged it up earlier, so let me see if mine. I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice that it didn't have the mobile data toggle. But I'm gonna go look right now just to double check. But yeah, this idea of just building new hardware with updated software.
Hey, I have to tap it.
No, not right now. No, not right now. We'll put it on the bed. I'll charge it up later. You can play Mario Run later. Close the door. No, I am on Boost. You have to go to settings. Really? I never knew that, so I'm gonna go look at it right now. I never knew that. I just probably just never came to my mind. But anyways, so come on. Yeah. How about that? How about that? Wow. Look at that. No mobile data toggle on the top quick settings. Yeah, I know all these notifications are going to come through right now, so I had this phone off for like a while. I'll just sit here and load up all these notifications. But yeah, I don't think that another generation of smartphone hardware should be built. KB, what's up? I think that they shouldn't build anything unless they intend to at least give it a half step up from its previous version. Which LG is what? That's what I think. So the J7 Perx to me would be a device that I could be happy saying to get. I mean, I want to put my foot in my mouth like I did with the J3 Emerge because I gave that one just because of the fact that it was spec'd exactly the same as the J3 2016, and people tend to went out and bought it and was like, wow, this is an amazing phone, even though it pretty much gave you like the same things that the J3 2016 had. People just felt a very big significant difference from it, and so that's why I'm not really trying to just come out and like trash it for not completely boosting its specs, but just being all honest, with people out there. I mean, you'll still probably get a good experience with the J7 Perx, but I feel like that it's not worth getting. And I'm gonna say it again. I feel like it's not worth getting because it's. I mean, if you own the J7 from last year, if you really gotta have nougat, that'd probably be the best reason to go and get it. Because I don't think the J7 from last year on Boost Mobile is going to get the nougat updates. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's just another J7. I mean, according to Dragonic Warfare, it's not gonna have all these things that the website said it's gonna have. It's not gonna have an octa-core processor. Supposedly it's an 8 megapixel rear camera instead of 13. So we gotta wait till it comes out to confirm. I'm not gonna buy it. I can tell you that much. No, I agree with you on the J3. People that don't look at specs before they buy, they figure it will work. Yeah. Because I know there are different types of tech users out there. I know that. I know that there's those that are like, I call them the spec heads, because it don't matter if the device is built beautiful or gorgeous. If the specs ain't adding up to the price, they won't touch it. And that's not wrong. I can appreciate people who think in that mindset, because obviously they're gonna want something that they're gonna want the performance that they're paying out for. If they're gonna spend $199 on a J7 Perx, they're gonna want all these things that they feel a device in this time, in this era of smartphones, should have as a mid-range device. And if it doesn't have it, then to them, $199 is not worth paying for it. There's people that are laxed on the specs and just want, the latest version of something to say that they have the latest version, and there's nothing wrong with that either. They're phone chasers is what I call them. They chase the phones that, they feel is like the in thing, latest and greatest. I mean, there's a lot of different users, and maybe I'll do a video kind of like showcasing each individual user. I usually get a new phone every year, and Jason is doing so well that I don't even feel the need to. I got you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this device on Boost Mobile is still one stellar device. I mean, you can go and get a bigger battery for it. They sell them, like Zero Lemon batteries. If they have one for the J7 2015, you can go and get them and have even more battery life. But I mean, this phone was just, there's all kinds of goodies. You're a spec head, yeah. I noticed that from some of your past comments. Totally get it. I generally like the specs to double before I upgrade HTC EVO 3D to LG Vault to J7. Gotcha. Yeah. Definitely. And so with that, it's like, you wish you got the Stylo 2? The Stylo 2 is pretty good. My only beef with the Stylo 2 it's just been its cameras, really. That's all that I've really been bothered by it. It's just the photos come out a lot darker, and low light shots is just non-existent. Non-existent at all. I mean, I guess because I was using the J7 at the same time that I had the Stylo 2, and the J7 has a front-facing LED flash, but I kid you not, taking pictures at night with very little lighting outside, this phone can take low light shots really good. I mean, it's not going to be like super refined HD quality, but you can see me and you can see things in the background, so you can distinguish what you're taking a selfie of, besides yourself, what's in the background or whatever. And so I've been thoroughly surprised by the J7. So I kind of held the Stylo 2 to that standards, and I never went out that way. I'm a spec head, however, I buy phones once a year. I don't like to have yeah. So, by the way, speaking of phones, for those that follow me on Twitter, did you guys catch that little video clip that I recorded of that blue Vivo 5 Mini is what it's called? The Vivo 5 Mini from Blue. Do you guys see the little video clip? That phone looks so much like a 5S when you look at it from the back. The front is, like I said, the front is where you're gonna tell it's not. Like the the speaker receiver for phone calls, and the front is like circular, and it looks like one of those old payphone style um, receivers because it has the holes poked into it, and then next to it is the camera. On the back, you have the camera, you have the freaking the antenna bands, but it says blue. So I mean, I uploaded a video to Twitter. So if you haven't followed me on Twitter, I'll type it in so you guys can see my Twitter handle. If you guys want to go check that video out, so pop up on YouTube. It's funny that from the YouTube Live app, I can't comment back to anybody. Like I can't just pull up the keyboard and comment back. So, what's up, Chad? Did you get some good rest? Okay, let me open it up.
Daddy, you wanna watch that?
Hey!
Daddy, can you watch the Batman?
So ask your uncle to change it.
Okay.
All right.
Daddy.
Love you too. All right. Typing in my Twitter handle name. So here it goes. Boom. You guys can find me on Twitter at I like Simon. If you don't know what Simon is, basically, Simon is the Japanese noodles, and I guess how you guys would see it is at the grocery store. It's called ramen. So Simon's a little bit more different though than what ramen noodles are, but same context. But yeah. So that's my Twitter handle. So you guys can follow me on Twitter. I get pretty active on there. I recently changed it. That's why. So it's not Ayo Rice Noodle. Now it's just I like Simon. But I did upload a little video about that blue Vivo 5 Mini, that little iPhone 5S look like. Put it up there. So and I post a lot to Twitter, and I scope as well on Periscope. So same. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll probably find me on Periscope. I've been trying to do like a scope every day. I missed out on some days, so yeah, that's kind of bad when you set a challenge for yourself and you're not 100% into it. It's just like I'm not gonna quit. I'm still gonna keep doing the challenge, but I just kind of feel like I kind of failed myself already because I missed one day. Have I ever tried Periscope? Yeah, I'm trying to build on scoping more. So that way I can cut loose more on Periscope. No, there's no restrictions. Speaking of restrictions and stuff like that, let me get your guys' opinions about this whole thing, because I've seen a lot of people talking about it, getting upset, or making rant videos about it. But apparently you have to have like over 10,000 views before you make any type of money on YouTube. So for those that do YouTube videos, like, how do you feel about it? Well, let's just open it up across, whether you do or don't. Look like an iPhone, yeah. What do I don't like about the Perx? It's not that I don't like the Perx. It's just I feel like, again, with the J3 Emerge. I mean, the J3 Emerge is a good phone. I'm not trying to knock it or trash it, but I just feel like that they just took like this and just rebuilt the body, and put 7.0 and then handed it back to the people. Like I don't feel with what Boost Mobile got, because apparently Boost Mobile got a totally different version from what I'm seeing. Like Sprint's version supposedly has like a 2.2 gigahertz octa-core processor, and people are saying the Boost Mobile one had a quad-core processor, and I'm like, why the difference? Some are saying that the cameras on the back of the Boost Mobile version is 8 megapixels. And Sprint's one says 13, just so much conflicting, specs across the internet. You really can't get like, until the Boost Mobile variant comes out and people are unboxing it and physically telling us what exactly it has. I mean, we have to wait on that, but it's like, I just feel like that it wasn't, there's no thought put into it. There's no improvement really done. Just probably giving it like a different look, which some people can appreciate body builds of devices, because that's people judge phones in different ways, so it's fine. I just don't feel like that they did enough for it. But for someone that doesn't have Well, I guess my son got in trouble. Um, so the coming soon is my creative specs. Oh, okay. So then everything on there was just pretty much like legitly done. Yeah. Well, see, and that's the thing, because Sprint was talking about that this was going to be the year for prepaids. That they had pretty much got their their postpaid Sprint going, the ball's rolling on it. So now they wanted to focus on the prepaids and get them up. And it's like, getting the J7 perks that what Boost Mobile got is not a step in the right direction, I think. One of the big issues that I know that a lot of people complain about, and even I'm trying to get this played back through the proper channels to make its way to Sprint marketing and all them, is the fact that there's no room for like unlocked devices, and it's possible to do. It really is possible to do on Sprint. Just I don't understand their concept of why they don't want to allow an unlocked device. They would rather have you purchase a Sprint device, and then even then you have to, if you wanted to go to Boost Mobile, you would only certain approved devices can jump from Sprint to Boost Mobile, and it's not because there's any type of restrictions. They both use the same LTE bands. They both use the same CDMA network. It's just control. Boost had a growing data plan. I think they should have stuck with it. Encourage you to stay and gave you a deal. All Android phones suck. That's a bold statement. I don't know about the grow your data plans, because like right now Boost offers unlimited. Like you like there's just two options. Either you go with a $30 one and it's 2 GB, or you go 50 and you have unlimited. What's up, Daryl? Yeah, I just I read out your comment earlier about the J7 perks and the 32 gig expandable storage, and the only thing I can answer to that is, which is not even actually like a legit answer, it's just me guesstimating basically, but I just feel like maybe to stay in the price budget that they wanted the phone to be at. That's the only thing I could think of why they wouldn't have the ability to accept a 128 gig card, but just a 32. Yeah, well. So I don't know. Just like right now, today, like Boost plans are just pretty simple. It's like 2 gigs, unlimited, and then they got the whole family promo, 4 lines for $100, and right. I mean, clearly simple. Everything is moving towards unlimited, and you already can feel it. There's gonna be a shift that's coming on. I had a J7, and the battery sucks over time. Yeah, I'll give you that one. I mean, like the battery doesn't suck on my J7. It's just that but I'm already aware of the expectations of a Samsung device, and that TouchWiz is very battery hungry. Why do the launchers on Android devices sometimes restart themselves, which is very annoying? Well, if you're running out of RAM, sometimes it tends to just kind of like get lost in limbo and kind of like resets just to kind of refresh itself. That's one reason why a launcher would do that. Yeah. But that's at 10%. Yeah. I bet it will come with better specs on Metro. They will price it at $249. Probably. I could see that happening. There's all 4 carriers are supposed to get the J7 2017. So I think TracFone already got theirs. They call it like the Sky something. The Samsung Galaxy Sky Phone, Sky High, whatever the hell it's called, TracFone, but they have theirs already, I think. You can see it for purchase. So, and by the way, for YouTube user Grant S, I called up a buddy of mine to verify the whole thing with the P10, and what I was looking at was the Mate 9. It wasn't the P10; it was the Mate 9. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's absolutely crazy, but I feel like people who go and they upgrade to the J7 Perks, it's just they're not gonna be thoroughly happy. Hold on one second. Hair's like blowing everywhere. I hate that effect that when you color your hair and then after it's done everything, it's like all like it feels light and like the wind could just blow it easily. It's not weighed down by like your hair oils. Kind of what happened to me. So, but anyways, do you guys have any other things you guys want to talk about besides the J7 Perks? I mean, maybe something that I didn't catch wind of that so I know you guys have like some topics and stuff like that you guys throw at me and you guys ask me questions and I'm like, I didn't know about that. I didn't read about that, so it's out of curiosity. I mean, also the fact that I think that the S8 is coming to Boost Mobile. I would think it would. I mean, in the last 3 years, when a Galaxy flagship device comes out, Boost Mobile tends to get it. Like, they had the S6, then they got the S7, and so I'm thinking they should get the S8. If Boost Mobile does not get the S8, then yeah, something's up. In my opinion, something's up. Could be the merger, possibly in the future. The infamous T-Mobile Sprint merger. I don't know, but if the S8 comes out, would anyone get it? That's the question. Oh, I didn't do that. I'll do that right now. Oh, I got 2 text messages. Hold on real quick. Anyasha. Okay, so let me go look it up right now. No, I don't want to resubmit the form to Sprint. Go home. Go home to Google. Damn it. Alright, so let's see. I don't think it's going to be much hotspot like, how Boost Mobile has like 8 gigabytes. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. Alright, let's see. Okay, on my plan, it's wait, hold on. Never mind. Okay, yeah. On the plan that I have, because I'm using the $45 plan, which gives me 6 gigabytes of data on the AT&T Go phone, says that hotspot's not working on that plan, so I don't have hotspot. Yeah. The new car I got, it's good. It gets me from point A to point B, so I really can't complain. No, it's a nice car. I thought we got a pretty good deal on it, so I'm happy with it. Yeah, that would be interesting with prepaid carriers. But yeah, hotspot non-existent on the 45. So I guess you got to go like with AT&T Unlimited, the GoFo Unlimited, which was like $65, $60 with autopay. I think that one has like hotspot, but I don't know how much it has. It's got. Congrats, thanks. What is my new car? It's a Scion XB. It's my micro ice cream truck. That's what I call it. That's what it looks like to me. One of those boxed SUVs. I mean, like that, the Nissan Cube, the Honda Element, they just look like micro ice cream trucks. Or like mail trucks, right? Be like the mailman in the neighborhood deliver mail. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a Scion XB. It's pretty cloudy today. Can you tell me the weather? Oh, tell me the weather. Why is it acting so buggy? Tell me the weather. There it goes. 81's for the highs today, so not too bad. Yesterday was like peaking in the 90s, so that was bad. Chris Evan contacts up after Avengers 4. All right, so let's play a little fun activity, just for shits and giggles right now. So let me turn the media volume up. Hey, no, I'm not done.
The food's done.
Yeah. Ari, go out. I'm still streaming. I'm not done.
Where is the toddler in my heel and on the washing?
Okay, I'll handle it. But I want you to go out there right now. Let me finish up. Go. Go. Hurry up. I don't need everyone running in here and start yelling. Go.
It's the tortoise dog.
Yeah, I know. It's Kurt's dog. All right, so do you guys know any Easter egg phrases to say to Google Assistant? And we're gonna try them out right now. So type away at a phrase that I should ask Google Assistant that would be like something funny. Would ever go back to Boost? Maybe in the future. Is the exact same thing as Style 2. The Style 3 on Boost Mobile, I've said this in a previous video, that some people might not like me for it, but the Style 3 on Boost is equivalent to the Style 2 Plus on Metro PCS. That's how I feel about it. So, now, when Metro gets their Style 3, if again LG and them pull the same shit where it's like it's gonna have NFC and all this other crap, then yeah, I'm pretty much done with LG then, because I'm getting tired of these different variant of the same generation devices. That's bullshit in my opinion. Let the network carriers speak for themselves, and put out phones equally on all carriers, because this is just ridiculous. I mean, I could understand them having exclusive devices, like the Google Pixel is exclusive to Verizon unless you buy it unlocked from Google. But if you want it like carrier branded or whatever, you would have to go with Verizon. I get that, but to have like the Style 3 on say all 4 carriers, but like one has this amount of internal storage and RAM, the other one has more RAM and same amount of internal storage, the other one has NFC, like that stuff to me is just bullshit. Like, let the carriers speak for themselves, and the way they can speak for themselves is by network connectivity. And then at the end of the day, even if network connectivity, say for one particular brand in your city, is like strong and good, doesn't mean it's that way all across the country. So everyone else will experience different things. That's the way I see it. That's why I can't really tell people like what is the best service provider out there, because the best one is the one that gives you the best signal in your town. Is it up to the company or carrier to have the same phones but with different specs? It's basically, okay, let's just put it like this. Like, let's take the Style 3 for example. LG builds them, and they build different variants, and the reason they do so is one costs more than the other when it's bought in bulk. So it's up to the carrier what they buy, what they can basically afford, and we know that Sprint has had some very bad years in the past. Leading up to now, they're on a slow growth coming back up. So because of that very reason, they don't have a lot to spend. Plus, that's one reason right there. The second reason also is that when these companies build different variants, whichever one has CDMA, they built it with CDMA technology, then that's all that Sprint can get. Because let's go with the Style 2, right? And everyone's like, Boost Mobile should have got the Style 2 Plus. And I sit back and I laugh when people say that, because it's like, how would Boost Mobile get the Stylo 2 Plus? If that phone was built with GSM technology, it wouldn't run on Boost Mobile. Boost Mobile uses CDMA. So how would they get it? You know, LG would have to have built one with CDMA technology in mind at those specs, which they didn't. The one that they built was the one that Boost Mobile got. So between the other carriers, it really just depends on what they can afford. When it comes to Boost Mobile, they're really backed into a corner, because they have to go with what they can afford and what is built that works on the technology that they use. And CDMA is very limited, since GSM is older technology and has been around for a long time, but yeah, it's GSM's fairly winning compared to CDMA. Even though CDMA has its pluses, it has its things that that it does very well, which is holding more. Basically, let's break it down. Simplest way to break it down: CDMA versus GSM. One of the things that CDMA can do. What made me leave Boost? They screwed me. They screwed me on an order that I did for the HTC Bolt, but I'm not gonna dive back into that. I already talked about it in another video. So let's say phone calls. Let's just use phone calls for an example, okay? And let's just throw a hypothetical number out there. Let's say GSM would hold about 100 phone calls per channel, right? CDMA is able to do more than that. I believe that CDMA can do about 1,000 phone calls per channel. Now, say on one tower can hold up to about 5,000 channels on a GSM tower. And on CDMA, it's like about the same, 5,000 channels on their tower. But you still get more calls held with CDMA than you would on GSM. I mean, that was the difference back then. Right now, GSM technology has grown better, and yeah. What carrier would you recommend for unlimited data? The one that you get the best connectivity at in your town. Why does Boost have a lot of bloatware compared to other carriers? Because basically one of the things that, and it's not just Boost Mobile, it's Sprint too, and I'll answer this one for you guys. It's they try to promote self-serve options, really. So like Boost 411, Boost TV, Boost Zone. You get Boost TV, and those are optional to delete. I know they have them pre-installed because it's Boost Mobile. It's a Boost Mobile phone, and how are you gonna get your apps out there, right? I mean, I know it becomes an annoyance for people, because people are like, why do I have this on here? I don't want it, and they end up uninstalling it, and maybe it's hard work to uninstall an app, but they're gonna promote their own applications on devices that they sell. I mean, it would make sense. It's advertising, and it's advertising them. But I do know, like for Boost Zone, the reason why that app is on there and why you can't delete it is just because they want you to have self-serve options. They really try to shut up. Sorry if I busted someone's eardrums with that. But they really want to promote self-serve options is the reason why they do that. Because there's a lot of times that people will call in for something that could easily be the answer could be obtained themselves, either going through Boost Zone or going through Boost.com. And if they show you how you can get to that information, you wouldn't need to have to like call in and go through the IVR and have to type in all these different numbers to get you to a rep, and then talk to a rep that may or may not truly know the answer, but you can easily find it yourself. Another thing that you could do on those apps I think is really cool is called Pinpoint. And with Pinpoint, if you're in an area that has like, for some odd reason it used to have like blazing fast LTE speeds, and then all of a sudden it's slowed down and it might be an issue with a tower, you could actually, I believe you can do it on Boost Zone. I know for a fact you can do it on Sprint Zone, but you can pinpoint the area that's having an issue, and basically a trouble ticket would be created, and a technician would come out and check out that tower to see if, maybe it's damaged. Maybe like the night before there was a storm and it got damaged. Yeah, you don't pay for service with Boost. It's pretty no frills, like. But yeah, that's why they have a lot of bloatware on there, and plus they have partners too. They have sponsors like AirG and them are pretty much like sponsors with Boost, so their apps get pushed to the forefront. LG Phoenix 2, I've seen it. I didn't buy it. I was thinking about buying some Go phones and checking them out, but just none's really caught my eye. But yeah, and that's what any carrier, because like Verizon has their bloatware that they push onto people. I didn't. Well, I had unlocked devices, so I don't know how Go phones what kind of apps they would have that's bloatware. But like it really depends. I mean, and it's also how you define bloatware, because even having apps like the Google Play Music, Google Play TV, Google Play Books, Google Play Magazine, like even those can be considered bloatware. Google Slides, Google Documents, all those can be considered bloatware. And of course, they're going to be on Android because Android's a Google product, and these apps are made by Google, so we have them. I mean, let me ask you guys this in reverse. Is it truly like painful to sit and uninstall apps off your device? What do I think about the Prestige 2? I think, again, this is another one. I mean, a slight bump. Well, not slight bump, but actually it was a pretty significant jump, because the original Prestige only had 8 gigs of internal storage and 1 gig of RAM. And the Prestige 2 has double that, so that was actually kind of nice that they gave that. But other than that, it's pretty much like the original Prestige. So I'll give it that. Like, you guys answer that question. Is it painfully hard to uninstall an app from your smartphone? And if so, then tell me why. If it's not so hard to uninstall an app from your smartphone, then why does bloatware really annoy you? And trust me, this is good, because you guys are going to be helping me out, because the feedback you guys give me, we do have an open door policy at my job, so I can actually relay that over, and that can make its way out to the proper channels. Now, there's no guarantee that they're going to fix that, but it'll get heard. So, you guys tell me, like, what is your biggest frustrations about bloatware? Is uninstalling it so hard to do? And if it's not uninstalling it, what is the annoyance that bothers you about having these carrier bloatware apps? It isn't painful. It is annoying when there's bloatware that you can't delete. Oh, you're talking about one that you cannot delete. Because I know a lot of like Boost 411, Boost TV, AirG, Next Radio, all those could be uninstalled. The Amazon apps, yeah. Yeah, that one don't make sense to me either. But it could have been on the fact that the Amazon sponsored Boost Mobile. Because like I said, like I told people, Boost Mobile is not fully owned by Sprint. Sprint owns 80% of Boost Mobile, and Boost Mobile owns the remaining percentage, right? So Sprint does govern what goes on Boost Mobile and whatnot. But they do get, besides Sprint's backing, they also get backing from various companies. And I guess Amazon was one that was sponsoring Boost Mobile for some time. And I guess the requirement of that was to have a lot of their Amazon services pre-installed system apps, non-deletable, and I guess that's why they did it. I mean, you can see like for some time. I mean, even at one point, even Facebook was pre-installed on devices like this. I think it was Stylo 2 that had Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook Messenger pre-installed. Almost. Those were pre-installed. You could not delete them. You had to disable them if you didn't want to use them. And that could possibly be because Facebook at one point in time did sponsor Boost Mobile for something. Like Boost Mobile gets sponsorships just like Virginmobile gets sponsorships. It's like any company gets sponsorships. And when you have a sponsor, you do certain things for that sponsor. And one of the things is you advertise them. You advertise the hell out of them. So that's probably why Amazon's on there. I mean, I'll look it up further. God, they're always fighting. I don't like that. What?
I'm just reading me.
Tell them I said you guys could turn on one of the lights. It's the weekend. You don't gotta worry about it. Go ahead.
It should be so that it's about auto.
Hold on. Okay, but tell them I said you guys can turn on one of the lights or open the window shades so you guys can have light. Go ahead. That's funny. Do you think that compared to 2015?
Daddy, listen, Dad. The bottle for my grandma.
Hold on. I don't know. Time will tell on that question. How will it compare? And really, I can only offer you guys my opinions, and it's just my opinion. And it's just my opinion, right? You know, my opinion is just could be taken or not taken. It'll just. How do you feel about the J7 Perx? Do you think it's going to measure up? That's up to you. You know, like your opinions is what counts the most. So, just think about it. How do you feel about it? Do you think it will? I mean, because my opinions are just opinions. And sometimes I try to think about what could happen in the future, and I could be right, and sometimes I'm wrong. So it's 50-50 shot in the dark. You know, I think it's going to come out the way that the J3 Emerge came out, and that's, you know, that's where something... Aubrey, let me finish. Let me finish. I think it's going to come out like the J3 Emerge. You know, people are going to be upset on the specs that it has, but upon using it, they'll find something that will give them that, you know, good feeling about it. And so I think it'll be okay. I think the J7 Perx will be okay. It's just on paper, and just what you're paying for may not just add up right. That's the way that I feel about it. Of course, I'll give you a 100% in depth if I actually decide to buy it and pass it along to a trusted person that I know that will use it and use the hell out of it and listen to what she has to say about it, and I can pass that back on because she can use the hell out of a smartphone. I'll tell you guys that. Like with the X Power, the reason that I hyped and pumped the X Power up so much is not because of my usings. Well, it's because of her usings, because she has an LG X Power on Boost Mobile, and man, she's on everything, Facebook and all that stuff, streaming music for a long time, and watching YouTube videos and watching videos on Facebook and watching Periscopes and Twitter videos and just watching videos from MTV's app. Like, there's just all kinds of stuff. That's something right. I can't really do anything about it. Yeah. No, that's something that's different. Won't complete. Okay. But yeah. But anyhow, we are coming up to the hour mark, and so once we reach the hour mark, I'll begin closing out this stream. So I do got to get ready. Do you think VR is more suited for phones or computer consoles? I think right now, to me, I think it's just computer consoles. I mean, phones is good. It's just the number one issue with them is the overheating and that whatnot. You know, like smartphones being overly worked to provide VR. So, but you know, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. You know, I honestly feel like that VR devices that will support virtual reality, I think they're gonna build them out to be just right. But even then, you know, I'm also worrying about 3D holographic calling and stuff like that. Like things that some people will say that's just imagination, that's just Star Wars crap, and then comes out to be true. So who knows? We'll see what happens. But it would be dope to have virtual reality calling. I can say that much. Yo, what's up? How come Boost did not get the Grand Max Pro? The reason why they didn't get it was because that was basically exclusive to T-Mobile Metro. I mean, no other company really got it. AT&T didn't get the ZTE Max Pro. They didn't get that. Verizon didn't get it. You know, so it was more of a T-Mobile exclusive. It was actually more of a Metro PCS exclusive because they got it first. And they had it for some time before T-Mobile actually brought out their own. Even though I know Metro and T-Mobile's together, so That's why Boost didn't get it. And then the second reason goes back to what I said earlier. If ZTE built this device that was only capable of running on GSM networks, there's no way Boost Mobile can get one because they use CDMA. They use totally different technology from T-Mobile and AT&T. So that would also be the second reason why no one's ever took the Grand X Max Pro and brought it to Boost Mobile. That's why. What are you messing with? Why are you?
I want to play games.
Well, yeah, you want to play games, but you're typing in all the wrong passwords. There, turning on. She's gonna play Mario Run.
Hey, I want to be Mario to have fun.
You can only be Mario or Toad. I didn't unlock any of the other characters,
Alright.
so just play as Mario. He's default. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming in on this Saturday broadcast this morning. It helped me wake up. This is a real cool way to wake up. I'm going to start doing this a lot on Saturdays so I can fully wake up because it makes me think. So now I'm like wide awake. I'm going to go have breakfast right now. And depending on where you're at in the country, you should too. It's like 11:33 a.m. So is Mario Run worth the $10? As crazy as it sounds, it depends on how do you like the game. Basically, it really does. What am I going to eat? Fried salmon. If you really don't care too much about Nintendo or Mario, then it's not going to seem like it's worth the buy. But if you're a fan of Mario games, it's going to feel like it's worth the buy. I mean, for me, I bought it, so it was worth it to me. Being able to play a Mario game that's kind of like, Super Mario World on my Android smartphone. And I mean, I know you can run emulators to play Super Mario World, but to play this one, it's fun. In my opinion, it's fun. So unlocking the rest of the worlds, for $10, not a big problem. All right, Chad. Thanks so much for joining in. Thank all of you guys for coming in here and hanging out and, throwing some interesting scenarios, questions, and comments. I really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Damn, you know what? I'll say this. I have the best amount of friends here on YouTube. You guys are fucking amazing. I'll say that right now. You guys are. You guys make my day happy, and I really appreciate it. So this was a lot of fun, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. So have a blessed week.